Greetings, everyone. Welcome back to Jazz's Holiday. Actually, this is entitled A Very Vengeful Christmas Spectacular. And we have our next match. This is a steel cage match between Robin Wliiams, also known as Mork, from Ork, versus Ernest P. Warrall, which is, well, Ernest. So, this is a battle of the comic legends. So, icons, if you would, and it's a lot of fun. Both people huge in the, well, up until recently, both are very legendary in general. And both are probably battling it out right now where they currently reside in real life, but here on Dream Matches, we don't have any, we don't have any stipulated anybody can live anywhere at any point in time, as we are waiting for Mork from Ork, ladies and gentlemen. And Mork is here. Comparable Robin Wliiams, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you guys who don't know who Mork is, well, go check out Mork and Mindy, and you'll know who Mork is and who Robin Wliiams is. And those of you guys who don't know, it was a spin-off of the great show Happy Days, which spawned several other shows afterwards, which was a fantastic time right there. Gotta wonder if Henry Winkler himself or the Fonz will make an appearance in this match. I kind of doubt it, but you never know on Dream Matches. Anything could happen. As we are here in the Dream Match Arena again, as Mork is getting in the ring, and there he is. We are waiting the arrival now of Ernest P. Warrall. Ernest, for all intents and purposes, is Ernest. Ernest once, who has saved Christmas. Remember, this is a Christmas holiday-themed show. And, well, Ernest has saved Christmas once, and Mork had a few holiday Christmas spectaculars. And let's not forget about Robin Wliiams' famous, Christmas movie that he did once, which was a fantastic movie. And as Ernest P. Warrall makes his way to the ring, fires up the crowd, fires himself up. And this is a steel cage match, remember, ladies and gentlemen. So they're going to do battle inside a steel cage. Because, well, what's funnier than steel? But also, I think, I think Ernest felt a little uncomfortable knowing that Robin Wliiams had such powerful friends, like Mrs. Doubtfire, and, can't forget about, other people. And I think in some regards, I think Mork was a little worried that Jed Clampett might show up, so that is why we have the steel cage in place as they are going at it. And Ernest catches Mork with a nice standing drop kick, which did very little and knocked him down with one shot. Did Mork. I myself am neutral to both, but I have to say I am a fan of Robin Wliiams. I am also a fan of Ernest. I'm not ashamed to admit that. I think anybody who grew up in the 80s who remembers the classics we grew up with watching, when Ernest, went to camp, and then when he went to jail, and then when he went to Mars, and he was even scared stupid once. He even went to Africa, So Ernest has been around the block a few times, and Mork, of course, Robin Wliiams, has been around in all kinds of things for multiple years. Both comic legends. Both are good for a laugh, which right now they're not fun and games. Right now they're about beating up each other and finding out who is the better of the two, and the only way to find out is to beat the crap out of each other, in which only one person will prevail. As Ernest is now trying to climb out of the cage, and Mork is down. But Mork is starting to stir, and Ernest is not going to like the landing, I don't think. Mork has defused Ernest from climbing the cage. And now Mork is trying to do a neck vice on Ernest. Ernest perhaps, wasn't quite ready, but we know he's a warrior. He has the heart of a warrior, does Ernest. As Robin Wliiams is pounding, Mork is really taking those right hands to liberty to Ernest. I don't think he was very happy with the way the beginning of this match took place, so I think he wanted a little retribution for such. And Ernest playing a little rope-a-dope, maybe a little possum. He might have learned that when he went to camp. And by doing so, he caught him with a European uppercut. Now Robin Wliiams catches him with an elbow. Ernest sent to the corner, not like when he went to school that one time. And now Mork ties him to the devastating tree of Mork. I don't know what he's planning here, but I don't think it's going to be delightful on Ernest's part here. As you see, Ernest is in the corner, and Mork all the way coast to coast. What a maneuver by Mork. But that took a lot out of Robin Wliiams, Mork as well. As he goes for a pin right there on Ernest. That was a hell of a move. But he gets a 2 count for his efforts. Mork is in disbelief. I'm a little in disbelief. I didn't think Robin Wliiams or Mork can move that fast. Then again, I guess if you're from outer space, I guess you have no problems with gravity. Mork may be a little upset about the fact that Ernest just, decided not to lose there. But again, Ernest isn't a wimp, really. He doesn't really have any notion to quit, or not the ability anyway. Now it is Mork who's trying to climb the cage to get out. And Ernest, who is down. But Ernest is now about to stir. Robin was all the way at the top of the cage already. Ernest better hurry up. I think Robin's got this. Wait a minute. Ernest might have just stopped Mork from climbing out and winning this. As now Ernest giving him right hands. Mork is not in a nice area he wants to be in. Because regardless, one of the biggest questions I ever get as a wrestler is, is wrestling real? Does wrestling hurt and whatnot? Well, as I say, you can't fake gravity, folks. And falling 15 feet from the top of that cage onto that brick ground right there would probably hurt anyone. Gotta say. As Ernest and Mork are fighting in a very, very bad area, but either one. As Mork, his face is introduced into the steel, Ernest is giving him right hands, and now Mork is down, and Ernest continues to climb. Mork now getting up again. The willpower of Mork, but Ernest is up to the top of the cage already. And it looks like he might be out of here. He's got to spin that leg there. Wait, here comes Mork. Mork might have foiled his plan to get out of here. Ernest has some experience escaping cages. I mean, if we all saw Ernest goes to jail, then we know. Ernest has some history with steel cages and bars and barbed wire and such, so this is not something new to him. As Mork is kicked off by Ernest, and Ernest is continuing to climb. He just needs to spin that little right leg out, and he should have it, but Mork is up there again to foil the plans of one Ernest Warrall. Nice right hand to the back of the head. And another one. He introduces Ernest's face into the steel grate. And Mork and Ernest are in a very bad area to be fighting on again. And now Ernest is the one who falls. And it is Mork who continues to climb, trying to get his footing there. And Mork is all the way to the top of the cage, and Ernest doesn't seem to be moving, folks. Oh, wait, there he is. And now it is Mork who needs to spin that leg and get out of there if he wants to win this. And it looks like he could have this. I think he's got this, folks. And yep, there we go. We have our winner, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Robin Wliiams, also known as Mork from Mork. So, in case you guys were wondering who was tougher than who, you guys have always wanted to see Ernest and Mork do battle. Well, you got your wish, because that's what we do here. And you now know that Mork is the victor in defeating Ernest P. Warrall. So, sorry for you Ernest fans, but don't worry. I'm sure you'll see both guys back eventually some other point for other action later on. Not today, but later on in life. As Mork celebrates and Ernest is not happy about it, and he's pouting in the corner. But I'm sure this is not the first or the last time we will see these guys in action, folks. So, congratulations to Robin Wliiams, ladies and gentlemen, on a huge victory in defeating Ernest P. Warrall. Stick around, folks, for more action coming your way.